Hello, Dom here. I need to start making some day videos so I can explain some stuff. So these skinwalkers, they, in my opinion, they're very adept to hanging out at night. And see, what I do is, I don't know if you can see that explorer over there. Let me take this glove off. Right there. All right. Where's my hand? Right there. That's where the explorer is. Okay. Yeah. You see that trail? That dogs come up and down here, but like at night when I'm sitting in there and I'm looking over the passenger seat, right? It's dark over here. The nearest street light is right there. And where's the house? Right there. Right? So they have cover right here. Now what they do is, do you see that tree? See how like the property's over here and the opposite side of the tree is bare? That's so like when they come up to the property, they make a covert entrance, meaning like it's silent, right? And so what I've been doing is moving all the debris to this side so they can't, hopefully they won't see it. I'm cutting down, I'm bucking down wood over here. That was clear. Now it's like, stuff. Get it? Just anything I can do to deter them. Now the cool thing about cutting down all these trees, and all this was trees. See? Cut all that. There. All that's getting chopped up. All this was trees. But they were dead. Some of them had fallen. And these little twigs and branches, the twigs mostly, right? I scatter all over the place so that when you hear that, when you're walking, you can hear twigs breaking constantly. Yeah, and they hate that, dude. They're lazy. They hate anything that makes their job harder, right? And like, look at, there's the explorer. I'm trying from here, a different angle. See that explorer now? And the dogs are always looking this way at night when they're barking. See? So I can't see them because they're in the dark. They could just be right here. But they don't know that, they can't tell if I'm in the explorer because, I'm trying to keep it quiet, keep my phone down, keep the illumination down, keep the noise down. Sometimes I'll sleep in there. I'll just go to sleep in there with my sleeping bag and stuff because, I'm trying to get evidence, right? I'm trying to, use a little bit of scholarship kind of thing. Now, you have to think like some of these guys are probably veterans. So, they've got that, military training. I mean, that's all good and that, but scholarship is better. Being smart, intuitive, seeing the big picture versus the small picture, looking for the quantitative, remembering stuff, taking note of stuff, right? And you have to be out here every day because these skinwalkers are out here every night. Now, I know they're not here on this property the whole time. I'm sure they make their rounds. There are other families they bother. And these guys, they bother families that like people where they got to go to work the next morning. Or like families where it's like families that are like, all girls and kids, no men. That's who they're bothering. If they had any balls, they would like go pester gang members or pedophiles or men who beat the women, right? Why don't they go harass those guys? Why do they pick like people who, have no appetite for violence? See, I did the same thing over here, right? Yeah. Right, see? all this was clear right here. Like that whole line was clear, right? And they would just be like here all night, right? And we moved all that, and there was a lot of debris on this side. So when me and Ryan would try to walk out this way, right, from here, right, you did hear us stepping on twigs and branches, and we were noisy. There's a little cubby hole in here, right? See how we filled it up with all this stuff. So they're smart. They're very clever. Like, you see that tree there? Ryan had walked over here like that, behind it that way, and one of them was in the tree, and I'm standing right here, right, watching the whole thing. And when Ryan went around that way, I guess he stopped, right? And whoever was inside the tree kind of like tiptoed out that way and started going that way. I kind of know who it was, you know. I mean, the hairdos all the same, the way they dress, their build, right, and height. And you know, I grew up here, so it's kind of, you know. And I was like, Ryan, you know, and just I didn't really know. I thought it was him going that way. Then Ryan started to back out from this side of the tree, and that's when I saw two people, and I was like, oh my gosh, Ryan! And I started running toward the tree, and he was just like, huh? So they're real adept to being out in the dark and at night. They find like old aluminum cans, right? And they put them in the middle of cacti. That way, they know where not to step. Like that yucca bush right there. There used to be, like, you know, cans in there. And even when the moon's not shining, that can, for some reason, illuminates itself. See, here was another cubby hole. Fill that up with wood. I call this the sniper aquarium. You know, me and my brother used to play here as little kids, you know. All, you know, and we were just like, we'd be here like pretty dark. We were that bored. We had nothing better to do. Another thing I did as a kid that I found recently, and I made a bunch of these, is, I don't know if you can see that. Yes. See that? It's anchored in over there. Yeah, and I gotta move these things around every night. Right? Just put them in a different spot. Gotta keep them guessing. We close all these, right? See how it kind of, when we got into this, there was no snow, okay? It was like last summer. They would come through here, right? All these logs were perpendicular to this piece of metal. So they come right in here, and then go into that tree and just wait for the opportunity, right? And then when they see us coming, right, they can see us from behind that cover, they just sit out of here. So we put all this stuff up, you know, blocking all these pathways, and right, and they're kind of, see how, like, I don't know if you can see that trail. Like, see how this used to be like blocked, but like it's kind of open now. And look right here, goes right here like that. You can kind of see a trail, right? Because, you know, they're out every night. They're dedicated. They're like a clandestine unit. Everything's they can never break cover. So even if they know you heard them, I almost got trapped in my own snare. Even if they know that you heard them or seen them, you know, they'll just act dumb. That's always what I hear. They'll just play it off. Here's another good cubby hole. Yeah. Here's a tree. Here's a trail. Goes all the way down. That's where they're coming from. All the way down there, and then like where it opens, they go along the tree line, get dropped off somewhere, right? And then like before the sun comes up, there's some kind of signal system, like those guns that they use for like the the crossing country runners, or track and field, whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Those guns. I hear that go off. That means hurry up and get back. I've seen a clock, or they leave, or someone's in the vehicle with the engine running all night so they can warm up, right? But they jump in these cubby holes, right? And so when you're running after them, right, they're in that tree and you can't even see them, right? What got me into this is we heard a guy cough and a lady walking up this way, right? I think like these people have been doing this so years that like they've kind of freaked everybody out, but like So they probably thought, like, we're not going to do anything. There's a whole background story to this. I get into in a whole nother video, but like, let me see. They were coming up, they come up and they're walking right here, and see that kind of triangle opening? I was on all fours over there, like a bobcat, at 2 a.m. And they're walking up, right? They come like tree line up this way, right? And Ryan lost me, right? So he ended up back over there at the gate, and I'm watching him. I'm watching him from there, looking that way, and then I could hear them coming. I can hear them coming up from over here, And I think they were about right here. Okay, they were right here. They didn't know I was over there, right? Because they didn't expect it. I could see them, and I don't know if it was binoculars or something, but they were starting to come up to like maybe spitball some shit or something at him, and I could see their silhouette from over there. So I made my move. I just turned on my flashlight, got up. I had to jump over that. There's another tree right here under the snow you can't see. I had to jump over that. I had to come through here. See, we put all this here, right? But see how but this was open. I had to run through here. And what they did is they came right here like this. Yeah, they came right here. And I just went, went all, and I thought I heard him go that way, and I was just running all the way down there, chasing nothing. And they were right, and like, see this, look at, see that? Can you see how it's concaved right there? Right? Get it? You see that? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know these. I need better devices, but can you see that? See that's concave? Somebody was in there recently. You get it? And that's all they're doing. They're very smart. They're very clever. Modern day skinwalkers, in my opinion, don't have the same power that our ancestors had. And this is all my dad's land. Right here, He's the only guy I know of that's won a land dispute here in the Navajo Nation. Those things go on for hundreds of years, from what I understand. Or, and nobody ever wins. The whole thing about... See, there's my trusty dog. Brownie! Come on, buddy. Come here. See, this guy here and Molly were standoffish to me. When I first got back, I came back, told my mom and pa that I wouldn't be RUNNOFT no more. You know what I mean? And that I was done looking for answers. And these dogs, these dogs were like, I don't think they trusted me at all. They're like, who the heck is this guy? He seems mean or whatever. And when they seen me go after that skinwalker that night, things changed. Hey, Molly. Come here, Molly. Come here, girl. I'm not talking to you, Rocky. Get out of here. He wants to get on camera. Right here. Look, this is Molly. Come here, Molly. See, like, they weren't even like this. They were standoffish. Even Molly. Molly doesn't let anybody touch her. She won't let anybody touch her. Just me and Ray Lynn right now. That's it. And that's technically Ray Lynn's dog. This is honestly a good dog. I love both of those right there. When we go for walks out there and I think I hear something and I go stop, dead silent, they do the same thing. They'll look around, right? They'll listen, and then they'll look at me to let me know that the coast is clear and we'll continue our journey. They're good. They're smart dogs. I love them. He's fought Ryan's pit bull a few times. Look at it, right? And he's got a scar that you can't even see right here. From fighting that pit bull, and that pit bull is his buddy now. They share Molly. Anyway, I digress. They're very adept to stalking around at night, right? And let me see. I don't know, we kind of put trees. See all that right there? All that, we're trying to funnel them a certain direction. The direction we want them to go, right? Now, I'm going to have to change all this once the snow melts, right? Because, they know I'm not lazy. I'm not like all these other now. I'll do whatever the fuck I got to do to get a picture for my dad. Me and my stepdad kind of got an argument to them because they're community members. And they've never met a guy like me. I'm back now. And these are my fucking woods. Know what I'm saying? Especially on my property, right? had they never stepped foot on this property, I wouldn't even be doing this. I wouldn't have no YouTube channel. Wouldn't be making videos. But fuck that, dude. I'm not gonna let nobody intimidate me, right? I don't live in fear, dude. That's how my mom lives, so I refuse to be like that. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. I'm sure all of y'all have heard that, right? But, you know, but they've never met a guy like me, you know? So they call my dad, you know, and they're trying to tell him like, well, a million people could have shoes like that, and I know that's where he was repeating it from. And it's my dad, you know. What I really wanted to tell him was like, well, in Crystal, New Mexico, there's not even a million people that live here, Dad, right? There's like, you know, the population here is like 375 people, right? So it kind of narrows it down, especially the tracks. And the tracks, like a lot of them that we have, you know, real small. And, you know, only one lady, she's not even a lady, okay? Only one woman, or one female around here is that short and has, you know, a footprint that cute. You know what I'm saying? She's a hottie and everything, but like she's on the wrong team. What else? But yeah, you know. So I just wanted to, you know, make a little video about like how covert they are. How much prepper. Oh, and if you think about it, these guys, they've been doing this for years and years and years. They're out every night. So, and they go to each property and they go around moving stuff so that it's to their advantage. That's all it is, you know, right? So, and I'm gonna get one, right? I'm trying to save up money or looking for a sponsor to get me some. They have these cameras that you can buy that has like night vision and infrared on the selfie and the forward-facing camera. Both sides have that ability, and there was that same phone I want to get with that technology. You know, you can have it. You can make it so that both the selfie camera and the forward-facing camera are both recording at the exact same time, both with the night vision and the infrared going. Well, I want one phone with night vision and one phone with infrared. That way, when I'm ready to go get them or look for these guys and really, you know, try to get some evidence, I can see if they're in the trees, right? And that's for me. The night vision is for you guys, you know, so you can see what's happening better. Because I know you're like watching these videos, right? And they're like, you're just looking at a black screen with a couple of dots of light and can't really see what's happening. You're like, what the heck, right? So, and I've seen these other, like, I've seen a lot of stuff that I would like to get, you know? I'd like to drill a bunch of holes in all these freaking trees because for some reason they're always here at night, right? Like those, I know some people are probably, oh, those are just coyotes. I mean, do coyotes come like right here, just up to the fence line and start yelping? That seems kind of strange. It seems like once they know that humans live there, they like kind of keep their distance, right? These two guys they pulled up when I was home alone one day in the middle of the afternoon asking for one of the neighbors. And I was like, I just got here. I don't know who she is. I've heard the name. And the reason why they wanted to talk to her is because coyotes were harassing her sheep and eating the lambs. And she wanted them to kill the coyotes. And they had bagged 3 of them already that fast, right? But the coyotes still come up here, right? And I know you heard that recording. At the onset of the first video, right? The short film, there's 2 shorts. And everyone's saying, probably thinking or saying that they're coyotes. If you listen to the first video, I heard them like they're loud too. That's how close they are. And I started the video from inside the Explorer. And when I opened the door, that's when they were dead silent, right? And I thought they left. I thought that was gonna be the end of it. Like about, you know, minutes later, I'll look at the details because I have the, you know, the location on, right? So I can, and everything. So like if some, like, you know, like CIA or whoever wants to backtrack my work, right? They'll find me credible because what I'm doing is very unique, right? These people have been intimidating people for a long time and I don't get to the bottom of it, right? A long time ago, every single Navajo man, woman, and child had these powers. Okay? And, the Great Divide happened, a whole history. And now it's just a handful of people. And they're going around like being a nuisance. And it's all about land, right? Which is a whole another video, because it's hilarious what, I don't know, I just see so much. Everyone, goes around with their eyes wide shut. Ignorance is bliss kind of thing. They don't want to know, right? Not me. I like to travel far and wide, right? I'm like into conspiracy theories. I want to know if people are being real or if they're lying. I want to know what's going on. What I want to do is get one of these guys and keep it until they tell me how to do the stuff they do. That way, I don't have to do that icky shit that you have to do to get initiated to be able to have that kind of knowledge, right? Now, right? So, where was I at? See, I'm just all over the place. I'm trying to get used to talking on camera. I use a lot of profanity, and I apologize for that. You know what I mean? I'm not very religious. I'm educated, just not religious. I believe in God, whatever. But I know they're lying to us. The Bible, they took all the best parts before they, printed it and made it, right? But the whole point is, my point is like, they're very adept to being out at night right now. And they're going around and moving stuff around to make their entrance onto somebody's property covert. And then like when the dogs are barking on somebody's property and somebody wants to come investigate, when they're walking out into the dark to investigate, that is noisy. You get it? Silent going up to the property, noisy coming out into the dark. That's enough warning sign for them to jump behind a tree into a bush and just shut the F up, Very clever. Not very scary at all, just very clever, very smart. They got big balls, right? Because, right, they could get caught that easily, but, they're going by the percent chance that they're not going to get caught, because that's what's worked all this time. And as long as they stick to what they've been taught and what they know, right, and like what they've learned about the people they're bugging, right, they're going to be okay. But like I said again, most people don't want to investigate. They don't want to know, right? They're just, right? They're perfectly happy being scared, right? They try to deter me, and it's like, whatever, right? Like I said, I will not live in fear. I'm not going to be intimidated, right? Because these guys don't want to get caught. They don't want to go to jail, right? They don't want to kill anybody, right? So I'll make more videos. I got more information to share from what I've learned from my personal experiences. I don't really want to there's a background as to why this is happening, to like why I'm doing this, right? But that's not what I'm not trying to get these guys caught, like their names. I don't want trying to get them thrown in or anything. I just want to know exactly what the fuck is going on, and I want them to stay the fuck off our property, period. And once they learn those two things, right, and they respect me like that, I'll leave them alone, right? But that's not going to happen, because there's a bunch of them, right? And there's only like one or two of me. Another reason why I'm not scared is a medicine man told me this was going to happen when I was a kid. He said hundreds, okay? In my dreams, there was hundreds of them too. But he explained like why I don't need to be afraid, and he explained it from my dream as a child. And now that I'm an adult and I think for myself, you know what I mean? I'm not a sheep. I don't automatically believe every single thing I hear, right? I'm not just going to take everybody's word for it, right? Because this is my mind, my body, and my soul, right? I'm not going to let anybody control me ever in any way because I'm that kind of person, right? I understand what that medicine man used to tell me now. And I really don't have anything to be afraid. Everything he said was true, right? And what it is it's this brain that I have. It's so freaking awesome. And I mean, like, it freaks me out sometimes because I'm a Navajo person, right? I shouldn't even like have good grammar, right? I should be speaking broken English, right? I should be horrible at math, right? I should hate anything that has to do with scholastic aptitude, right? But, even though I'm a convicted felon, I'm a member of an international honor society, graduated at the top of my class, right? You get it? And I recognize it, and I'm not going to let it go to waste, right? And that's who they're really up against. And when you apply yourself, you could be that smart. Again, I keep digressing. You get it? It's like, I'll talk to you in the next video. Hopefully, that gives you a little bit of a insight to the kind of people I'm up against and the kind of tactics I'm seeing and how serious I am about getting evidence. Now, strange enough, after they realized because the second video, they didn't, they were undeterred. They didn't care that I'm outside recording them, right? And if you listen to the second short, my brother pulls up in the snow from work or the gym or whatever, and gets out and goes in. That the first time he heard that, and the first time he'll admit that he heard that. And now they can't stop hearing it. My mom, poor thing, right? She watched one of my videos, listened to it, and now she can't. She hears the Bigfoot vocalizing. She can hear I think she wishes she never heard it. Right? Once you lift that veil on somebody, you red pill them, so to speak. That's all it takes. And I just want you to understand I'm serious but I want to do this kind of like using the scientific method, right? Do the same thing, but I can't do the same thing because I'll get complacent. They'll see what I'm doing and they'll know how to react. So I have to keep trying new things, doing new things, staying on top of it, and using scholarship, right? Like a nerd, right? I'm going to make a video on snares because I found ones that rangers have been taught to use that's safe for bears and bears can't get out of. If I can make a snare like that, it'll definitely hold a human. Human isn't as big or as strong as a bear, right? And it'll be safe. Get it? Like harmless. Like truly harmless. Okay? But that's a whole nother video. Okay? And hopefully I can come across or come up on some electronics that are better quality than the two phones I use. One of the phones I use has a cracked screen. That night vision app, whatever. I need the real thing, right? And what I really want to do is be out here with Molly and Brownie under a tarp, and covered with that, right? And when I know they walk by, right? You're starting to get the point. But I need the electronics so I can document it properly, right? And that way I'm not wasting your time or mine. So watch the videos, subscribe, please, come on. I need 1,000 hours to monetize this. I'll just be honest with you, okay? And if you watch the videos, they're very short. When I'm sitting in the Explorer, right? I have to get out and record 20 times. Because they're very adept to being out at night. They don't want to get caught, right? They want to continue doing what they're doing like they've always been doing, right? And never get caught. But like I said, they've never met a guy like me, ever, right? Right? And I'm back, and I'm here to stay. So please subscribe. share my videos, get the word out. You know, let's get my my viewership or whatever. My viewing activity. Let's raise my viewing activity. Okay, I'm asking for your help. I'll make another video describing what a skinwalker is exactly in our culture. Okay. I have a bunch of like ideas for videos to get you like up to speed on who these freaks are and what they do. I can't tell you why. I don't know. I don't even know why they do it. You know, it's kind of gay. Yeah. So, you know, hit that like button. You know, it doesn't take nothing to hit the like button. Stop hating on me. Okay. All right. Have a good day, and thank you for watching. See you later.